second largest private donor to Common Core outside of Bill Gates? Pearson is. Do you know that Pearson right now owns 100% of the Canadian textbook market? All of it, Pearson has. Do you know that in the last couple of years, Pearson's bought up about 40 different small American presses, paying 5 and 6 and 7 times what they're worth? Pearson wants the same monopoly here. And do you know, about a couple of months ago, Pearson was awarded an exclusive contract with the federal government to produce and administer the Common Core test at the national level? Do you know that Pearson gets paid about 30 bucks for every single exam your kids take? What's 30 times 60 million? It's a lot of money, isn't it? Pearson Publishing, right? That's who, and now they're getting paid, Pearson. You think that they're plugging mug root beer and FIFA on the exams for nothing? How much do you think Pearson's raking in from these companies to put their names in the exams your kids have to take? How's that for that? And say what you will about these ridiculously inveterate small group of companies and how they're making money off this. Say what you will about them, but please keep in mind that none of this happens unless the federal government wants it to. Who's in charge of the education at the federal level? It's the Department of Education. Oh, and by the way, David Coleman, remember I told you him, the guy who started all this off? David Coleman was a roommate of Arnie Duncan's in college. That's how he got the gig. He was Arnie Duncan's roommate. They shared bunk beds at their pricey Ivy League school. And do you know, no sooner did David Coleman, architect of the standards, help write them, than he immediately left Common Core and he became the president and CEO of the College Boards, where right now he is rewriting the SATs to conform to the Common Core standards he wrote. How in the world does that happen in a free republic? The man who wrote the standards without ever being elected to anything, the man who wrote the standard without consulting any major educational organizations, without consulting state governors or moms and dads, the man who did it quietly left it and immediately became the chair of the SATs, where he is already transforming the tests your kids are going to have to take to get to college to conform to the standards he wrote. How is that acceptable? How do you defend that? Even if you support, let's step back here. Even if you think Common Core is a good idea, how do you support what you've heard here today? You can't. And that's why they'll never talk to you about this. The people who support Common Core will never talk to you about it. Here's another interesting point. There are people like me and Alice all over this country giving Common Core talks. People blanketing the country talking about this. Where are the people who are for Common Core doing the same thing? If we're just all tinfoil hat-wearing idiots, we should be the easiest people in the world to refute, right? So how come there's nobody doing what we're doing defending Common Core? Do you ever notice that? Who's doing it? Who's traveling the country giving you, who's going church to church? Who's going school to school? Hotel ballroom to hotel ballroom, telling you why they're not doing it? Well, they don't have to. You want to know why they don't have to? Because it's already the law of the land. Why should they have to? You're not getting any coherent arguments why this is good, except the same talking points. It's not federal, they're just standards, you'll have lots of state and local control, right? Those are the buzzwords. But then again, we heard a lot of that before. If you like your doctor, you'll get to keep your doctor, right?